everyone, welcome to Acres of Clay. If you're new to my channel, I'm Rhonda, and if you like videos about farming and fixing and building things and homesteading, then consider subscribing and liking this video, sharing it with your friends. It'd be greatly appreciated by all of us. Today I'm in the workshop, our brand new workshop. It is coming along. The guys have been working on it. Progress is being made. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an update on what they've been doing as of the last few weeks, because I haven't even been in here the last few days to see the updates. So this is new to me as well. So we've got Kevin in here. My husband Kevin's in here with our oldest son, Sydney. He's working on electrical wire, and Kevin is working on kind of framing in this room area. This here is just a room that's going to have a sink in it and kind of like wash bay area. What else is going to be in this room?
It's kind of a cubby, I guess.
It's just a little cubby.
It's not going to be a separate room.
Well, yeah, okay. It's not a room. It won't have a closed-in area. It's just a little indent.
Yeah. So it's going to be like a place to, you know, we got a sink and stuff where we can clean some stuff and stuff like that. And I kind of thought of it for my wife when she does chickens, where the sink is a commercial sink, so she can work in here and have a nice area to process chickens, and so that's kind of part of it. So, but so yeah, we're framing in the room right now, or this cubby, and then we're right next door to it. That is a 9x8 room, not room, but I guess another cubby. That would be the utility room. So
there won't be a door to either of these rooms.
No, there won't.
They'll just be open, but yet set in.
Yeah,
away from,
because I wanted it out of the shop actual working area, so that way we don't take up space in the little shop floor, I guess is how you'd say it. So this plywood here, it's kind of an interesting story about that. We were, one of our fields that we go to, we saw a stack of plywood along the road that said free on it. So
as we were taking the combine and stuff to the field, we drove by and it said free.
It said
for
free.
A whole stack.
So we waited a little while, I don't know, a few days, then we went back and looked at it, and yeah, it's you can see part of it here, and we put it on the walls, but it was 3/4 inch plywood that come out of a large business in a local town, and it's oiled on one side and had a lot of nails in it, because if you look on the back here, you can see where all the nails came through.
So it's only oiled on one side.
Yep.
The other side is still.
Yeah, the other side's kind of ugly.
But these were all nails, big, like 16 penny nails.
And then the one side was pretty decent. So it's free, and there was 24 sheets.
And so you had already planned on purchasing plywood, right?
Yeah, it's kind of, well, I had figured up that it was going to take like 24 or 26 sheets. And this stack happened to have 24 sheets. It took a little work. I could go show you the bucket of nails we pulled out, because it filled like a 25-pound bucket. Sydney, Ethan, and I went and got them and threw them on the truck, and we brought them home. And then Ethan and Sanders spent about an hour. It took them to pull, I would say, probably at least 10 pounds of nails out. So now we got, yeah, nice sheets. They're going up on the wall. They're oiled on one side. But this is all going to get covered with steel, so it makes a nice backing. And we've done the other side already.
So why would you think you need to put plywood here? Because you don't on the exterior walls. So
because the boards we run up and down vertical. So it's hard to screw steel to vertical up and down boards versus horizontal boards on the walls like this for screwing steel to. So I wanted just a thin plywood to put on the backside, and then it'll make it easy to fasten the steel to.
There you go.
So that's why we're doing that. And so yeah, I'm very thankful for the 24 sheets of plywood that we got. And
That saved us some money.
saved a little money there. So,
So there'll be a couple lights in here.
Yep, we're gonna put a ceiling, a steel ceiling in. Same thing as what we're putting here in the shop.
We haven't got that far yet.
Nope, not that far. So if you come around here and look in here.
This is going to be our entrance area. Will there be a door here?
Yes, there's gonna be a
There'll be a door here. And we walk down the step here. This will be all storage area, parts.
Parts, yep.
Part storage.
Thank you.
So it's a little bit dark in here.
So in here, this is the back side of the wall that we were just on the other side of the cubby, and this is the other side of the cubby. We got the same plywood all up. And at our local consignment auction, we found these shelving here, and I got them for like 30 bucks. And this thing is heavier than heavy. It takes 4 of us to carry it.
It's steel framed.
Steel frame. But we've got a really good deal on it. So we're putting this against the wall. We're going to fasten it to the wall for safety, so that way it don't fall over if somebody, little kid, decides to climb on it. So yeah, this is kind of the start of our parts room, and then we got some more
This
shelving.
is junk. Don't look at it.
This is lots of stuff that we think we need. So it's stuff that gets fixed and whatever else. But yeah, we're gonna organize this room, and I'm hoping to have a set of shelving here right down through the middle, and then against that wall there. So
that's that.
that's what we're working.
And then inside here's our paint booth, which we didn't know if we were going to take this wall out and make it all one big room. I don't know if you've fully
I don't know what we're doing yet.
decided that.
When we get that far.
But
So yeah, if you look over here, this is the wall that we have to put up yet.
this little cubby's for the water heater and
Water heater, air compressor, and we're gonna make shelving in here. I'll show you. So what we're gonna do is make some shelves here that we can put all our power tools on and all our rechargeable stuff. So it's all out of the way and it's all right here. So that's what
that'd be nice so it doesn't get lost or misplaced. So you're
Yeah.
going to have electrical outlets all throughout here for charging
yep,
stations.
So we're gonna run another sub panel for electrical right here. So that's
good.
what we're working on right now.
Well, what's Sydney up to?
He's putting wiring in.
So as you can see, they've got all this steel up, and Sydney has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas for outlets down at the working level. And now he's going around on this side
Working
where we
on
don't have insulation or steel up just yet. And he's putting the wiring in the wall.
Yeah, we could have. I went back and forth between running it in conduit on top of the wall or running it in the wall and drilling holes, and then using like a cable grommet on a box. We opted to go through the wall just so that way the wall's really clean. But no,
I like that.
Gotta wire all that in. So
Yeah,
So
'cause
that's-
we wanted to keep kind of as much stuff, or I don't know, trying to keep the walls as clean as possible, and because otherwise it just looks more, when you got conduit running all over the place, it just looks
well,
more.
then if you ever want to set stuff on a wall or whatever, it's always
Hang something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So running our circuit here for this corner.
So we got
Lots of circuits, but
we got all the concrete poured in here inside. We got to do, if you come around over
Oh
here.
yeah, I forgot. We did get everything poured, except for the outside.
So we got the approach there we got to do yet and stuff. So
Probably end up doing that next spring, won't ya?
that we got to do some out there.
Do we before?
Yeah.
I guess be able to get in and
Get
out.
in and out, yeah. So the concrete inside is done, and then skid loaders. So the next thing we did, we'll walk over here by the overhead door. We got the overhead door in. We got the high part of the high lift track up, And it's kind of interesting. We torsioned the springs to what it was before.
Hold on. So, yeah. So a few videos ago, there was the great debate on how to hang these what are they called? High lift doors.
Yeah, great debate on that.
The great debate.
We talked about it, and
these two, wherever he is, have discussed it for many hours. I would say.
I gotta say hours.
Oh, okay. Well, it seemed like it every time they were.
So we got the door up, tracks up to where we want to turn it. Oh, you ready?
All right, go ahead.
So we got the door, tracks installed. We took the track up to where we want to make the turn, and then we got to put an extension piece on the. But what we did is we tightened the springs to what they were originally. And
how did you know what they originally were?
When I took them apart, I counted how many turns I had.
Okay.
So.
Count how many turns. So this is how far. So
that tells the viewers that you're using the same springs. Same spring. Ooh, that's breezy. That's as far as the door opens?
No, it gets heavier as it goes up.
So hold,
but it'll hold itself about
right there.
That's where it holds.
That's where it holds. So what we're thinking is
maybe you can close that.
Yeah.
Because it's cold.
It's cold? Oh.
You guys had lots of suggestions. It was good.
Yeah, so we appreciate all the suggestions. There's like, we could go with the springs. They got the springs with the angle, what do they call them? The
springs?
You got the spring, the pulleys.
Like the high lift, or you get high lift and vertical lift pulleys.
We've kind of decided on, because the springs are a lot of money and the pulleys aren't so much money, but what we're thinking, if we've looked at some doors that have counterweights on them.
And some of you, our viewers, actually suggested this.
That.
So, and you thought that was a good idea.
Yeah, so that way the door has equal weight all the way up and down. So we're not dependent on springs. The maintenance on them is a lot less. So that's what, when we get time, we will work into that, because we're going to run a kind of a weight that will attach up there to a pulley and then kind of hang at the top of the wall and come down.
Yeah.
So that's what we're planning. The plan is.
It'll be a fun experiment.
Yep, it'll be fun for us.
The goal is to have the weight carried by the ceiling.
By the ceiling?
For the counterweights.
And then that will, because these doors weigh 287 pounds, so.
Somebody's going to think that, are the weights going to be in the way?
Well, the weight is going to run, basically, it's going to be right at the roof. And then the door will lift.
The door goes up 10, so the weight should come down 10, which even at that point should only be about.
It should be halfway down the wall.
So,
and then we're hoping to box them in so that way they're protected from scratching against the steel, but also they're not going to. If something catastrophic happened, which it won't, like the cabling we're running is way over spec, but it would fall down and not out onto somebody.
Okay.
So we've looked up counterweight doors, and I know there's some doors out there that are, one company has claimed 200,000 ups and downs, and there's just, the maintenance to them is basically about non-existent. So
Fun fact, your average garage door spring is only rated 15,000 up torsions, so.
15,000 up and down.
Yeah.
Fun fact, how many times have these? Because you're using.
That's a great question.
Although
they didn't get used
they
every
didn't
day.
get used much.
No,
but,
not every day.
So we have no idea the life of those springs, though. That's a risk we're taking.
Well, you won't use them.
Yeah, we're not going to use them with the counterweights.
So they're not an important part of the door.
At that point, they'll completely go away.
Then why are they up there?
Because I haven't taken them out.
So why?
So we're not using them.
So why are they up there? Is because we put the door up back
as it was
to see how far to see where our point of balancing was.
Prove to him a point.
So when you do counterweight doors, the springs are non-existent.
Oh, okay.
As your door comes up and turns on that track, there's less weight. That horizontal track starts carrying the weight of the door, and then as the springs loosen, they're carrying less. So somebody figured out the math, but it equally transitions the weight off onto that horizontal track. Whereas here, we need the weight to stay on the springs almost the whole time. So they're unwinding and they're losing their tension.
That's why
they're supposed to.
That's why the door only goes up so far in the hole.
By the time you get the door,
It just falls
really
right back
heavy
down.
right there.
Yeah.
So it's weighted properly here.
But they are going to be on an automatic door opener.
Yeah. We got door openers and stuff. We will do that. We're gonna mount the opener right up at the top, and it's gonna be right next to the shaft itself. So.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Thanks for updating our viewers on what you guys' plan is as of right now.
So we just think the counterweight system, it's a system that'll last and last without the maintenance to it, and we have most of the stuff to do it too. So
It'll be an interesting experiment.
It'll be fun.
We will bring you guys along as they build those counterweights, because that's something that they're going to do on their own. Well, that's the update of the shop, so now we've got other things to do.
So what were you doing in your garden?
I was cleaning the garden.
You cleaning the garden?
Yeah.
So
There's lots of flowers that have frozen and they just look bad now.
Oh, so are you gathering flower seeds for next year?
I am.
What flowers?
I've got zinnia seeds, and I still have to dig up some of my dahlias.
Okay. Zinnias and dahlias. What about anything else you're gonna do, or?
No, a lot of my flowers reseed themselves, so they will just. I kind of like to keep the dead heads in the garden. So if I do pull them up, I will just lay them down onto the soil so they can reseed for next year.
So some of your viewers are going to ask then, you must have a lot of annual flowers or
I have a lot of both.
A lot of
perennials.
Perennials.
Yeah,
okay.
I do have a lot of both.
So you do have a lot of perennial flowers.
Yeah, I do. And those I don't really, I may cut them back a little bit, but I don't do a lot with
so a perennial,
the perennials right now.
So what perennial flower that's out there that really, I mean, is there any that really need fall maintenance to make them grow good next spring? Or there's do they really need to be hedged back, trimmed back? Or?
No, I don't really have a whole lot. I have some herbs, not necessarily herbs, but medicinal plants like marshmallow that can be cut back.
That's kind of funny to name a plant marshmallow.
Yeah.
I mean, most people think of marshmallows in the store that
especially
you roast on a fire.
No. But yeah, so I mean, there are things, but a lot of it you can just leave up. Like my sunflowers, most of them are still up because the birds are eating them. So they like to eat the seeds, and they sit in them, and it's a place for the birds.
Birds, and it's good they clean the sunflower seeds up, because sunflowers seem to grow prolific in the spring.
Yeah, I get really a lot of volunteer.
When it starts to warm up, and they just seem to grow like crazy.
Yeah, that's one of the first flowers that will germinate if the seed has been left over winter.
So what were your thoughts on flowers this year? What ones did really well? I mean, or did they all do good?
I liked all of them.
They did real well?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if
I just need to downsize the garden next year, so he's going to remind me, but you guys can remind me too. I need to downsize because it takes a lot of work and effort for one person to take care of all that I have, so it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Daisy, do you know your name? Everybody meet Daisy. It's not Ethan's puppy. It's Mackenzie's. Mackenzie got a new puppy. Meet Daisy, everybody.
Nope, don't lick me.
Come on, Ethan.
No lickies.
She wants to see.
Oh, you're gonna get muddy.
Uh-oh. You better get
Better
out.
stop.
Oh, yeah, I'll stop.
Okay, Daisy. Ethan's gotta go.
Come here.
Ethan's getting the combine because we're gonna do some combine. We will. Hi, Pookie. He's grabbing the combine.
Looking there. She's looking.
What are you getting? Hi, Daisy. So Kenzie showed up this morning right in time because I was gonna take Ethan to the field or follow Ethan to the field with the combine and pick him up, but then Mackenzie showed up and so she's driving and I get to hold Daisy. This is my first time seeing Daisy. Yeah, she's 9 weeks old and she's a healer mix and Kenzie says she's not cuddly, but she's whiny.
Hey.
You don't have to whine. Daisy, is this your first time going for a ride?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be a cow dog?
Yeah. I'm gonna see how she meets the cows and
We'll see how she does with
not
the
gonna
calves,
wanna
maybe.
leave.
Oh, you'd be so
She doesn't
fun.
like leaving the chickens.
She likes your chickens?
She
She
likes chasing them.
chasing. You're protecting them,
Yeah.
keeping them where they gotta go.
No! Do not
Uh-oh.
step foot in that butt!
Oh, yeah.
Daisy! Come here! What? No! No!
Come back by the cows. You're a cow dog, right?
Yeah!
Not a chicken dog. She likes to chase chickens. We just found that out.
There you go. Good girl. Good girl. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him. Ready? Set. Get him.
Come here, baby. Oh. Is that a cow? Oh, oh, lick, lick. He's getting closer. Oh,
Oh,
got a taste of the nose.
Good girl.
And the cow's like, what was that?
Good girl. Get him. Get him. Good girl. You know? Get him. Daisy.
Oh.
Daisy, good girl. Oh, she could stay all day here. Good girl.
Well, we are at the field that Ethan worked at combining yesterday. So yesterday's video was short. It was about Mackenzie and her new dog. And then we were bringing Ethan to this field with the combine. He ended up combining the rest of this field yesterday. He has the last bin of corn on the combine yet because it wouldn't fit in the truck last night. But this field is done. This is our last bin of corn. I didn't get video of him combining just because I felt like the last few videos that have had the combining in it, and I don't want to bore you guys with the same repetitious things, even though it feels like that's what my videos are about sometimes. Anyways, we got the tandem here, and he's gonna unload the bin of corn in this truck, and then I'm gonna bring this home. I'm gonna follow him, and we'll bring the combine home and this last bin of corn for the season. So that's exciting to have our corn all harvested for 2024. A good year. It's been a good harvest year. Oh, let me get this on video.